So I just got new glasses, progressive glasses, and so here they are, my new glasses. And this whole video thing is so new to me. I'm not quite sure if I'm supposed to be looking at the top of the phone or the bottom of the phone. So if I look cross-eyed in my little moment here on the phone, it's just because I'm looking all over the place. Anyways, I wanted to share with you a story that happened yesterday. It had to do with a God shot, but really it was a God blast for me. And I've been at Mary Kay for almost 40 years, and I was looking for a way to find women or discover new leads or, find people that I could share the Mary Kay products with. And so it was suggested that I do these cute little facial bags and put them in businesses. And I did this 35 years ago, and I was very resistant to do it again. But for whatever reason, I am now willing to do what I've been told for years and years and years. Go figure. I don't know if it has to do with getting older than 60, but whatever. So I went to my networking group and I asked my networking partners if they had a counter in their business that they could put a little facial box, and then women who were sitting there waiting could fill out the little form or drop their business card, and I would contact them. And so one of the guys in my networking group who owns McNair's Auto Repair in Riverside and Jerry's Brake and Tire on 6th Street in Corona said, "Oh, I'll put one up." And I said, "Okay." And he said, I can't guarantee what's going to be put in there, but I'll put one up there. So I'm like, well, just put it on the counter. I appreciate that. So he did. And less than 24 hours later, I got a call. And he said, "Susan, it's Larry, and I wanted to tell you that my son came in from back east, and he's in the Army, and he was looking at that little facial box, and I thought, oh, wow." I'm thinking to myself, Larry uses the men's eye cream. Maybe his son wants to use some eye cream, so that's great. I'll have a sale. And he said he looked at your picture on your business card on the facial box and said, "I know her. That's the woman." And Larry said, "What are you talking about?" And Larry and his son said, "Remember 16 years ago when I fell off my bike and I tore my leg open, and I went to a woman's house and she and her husband helped me and she took me to the hospital? That's the woman." So here we are 16 years later. His son is back in town. I haven't seen that young man for 16 years. And so I asked his dad what his name was, and it in fact is the young man that we helped. And I have walked past his house numerous times and wondered how he was and where he was. And so he's going to be here for a couple weeks. He's going to come visit. But the whole idea, I'm not even sure what the lesson was, except for it was so God for me. The fact that 16 years ago, I was in a place where I was home because I was in a Mary Kay business, and I went outside because I heard screaming and I thought someone was being kidnapped. And he comes running up the street and he looks at the guy across the street and says, "Is this really happening to me?" And the guy said, "Yes, it is, and I don't know how to help you go across the street. Susan has kids." And so we were able to help him. And now, 16 years later, I just happened to be in a networking group with a man who is his dad, who said, "Sure, I'll put a facial box on my counter," of which I haven't done in 35 years. I mean, it was just how God connected the dots. And I was so excited. I can't wait to see him. I can't wait to put my arms around him and just say how excited I am to know that he's well and doing wonderfully, and that he's got a great dad. And I don't know. It was just a wonderful story, and I had to share it. So I wish you a great day filled with love and peace. And I'm going to drive home with my new glasses and see if progressive glasses really work. Bye.